Hello, hello. Today is Friday, and that is so awesome. So excited. I am going to be using my big plate today, my 12 by 12 jelly plate. I'm also going to be using new video editing software today because the ones that I use I don't like, and it's cumbersome and tiring, and gosh, it's crazy posting videos on socials. I never knew that like Facebook used a different style than Instagram, and my videos keep getting trimmed and cut off, and oh my gosh, it's such a learning curve. I don't understand why they have to make it so difficult, but I guess if it wasn't hard, then when we succeed, it wouldn't feel so sweet, right? I don't know. Okay, so the reason why we're doing the big jelly today, gosh, stray hair, is we're going to do Friday Fabric Day. I did a couple of these napkins. Hold on, I'm going to adjust my camera. There's just a little bit right there. I did a couple of these napkins last weekend, and this is kind of how they came out. See, they're kind of schmutzy on the edge, not really caring for it. I mean, they're fun. They feel okay. So these, I washed the napkin first, and then I ironed it, and then I painted it, and then I washed it again, and I ironed it again just because I wanted to see the details here. And I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I learned a lot. That is an original print. God, I feel like I'm yelling. And this is like the ghost print. So the ghost print has like this additional texture here that I don't care for. So I'm going to probably pull the second prints off of the stencil on a piece of paper. Because I don't want that. Say hello to my little friend. So these are the napkins. Now these are like cheapy napkins because I've not done fabrics before. So I just bought cheap Amazon napkins. I'll put the link in the description. They're not like super thick. They're only 12 by 12 because I wanted just to use one jelly plate. I didn't want to have to worry about like the big 18-inch ones that come napkins. So anyway, my decision, my napkin, this is what we're doing. So I tape the edges so that the edges will hopefully be crisp and they won't get all schmutzy. This is washed and ironed. So I will put the paint on here and then I will wash them and iron them again. Actually, that's a big fat lie. I will put the paint on here. I will iron them because you should heat set the paint, and then I will wash and iron again to see how they come out. The paint does kind of make them not as soft. I don't know if they are as absorbent. I'm thinking that the painted napkin is really for looks, right? It's for looks. It's not for necessarily everyday use. So we've got this Liquitex fabric medium stuff. This is so cool. So when I started researching doing this, you can just take this fabric medium, any fabric medium. It doesn't have to be Liquitex. This is the one I happen to get, and just add it to your acrylics, and voila, you've got fabric paint. So that's why I wanted to try doing this project, because I'm like, oh, I've got all these paints and I just have to buy one thing and I can paint on fabric. Now you can do t-shirts or socks or underwear. I don't care what you paint. I chose napkins because it's easy. So I've also got these little cups that I got just in case they have lids. So just in case I don't use all the fabric paint, I can put a lid on and save it because it works. And then of course I got my oars. I love my oars. I got my oars here to mix up and to apply. So that's about as far as I've planned. I took out some stencils. I don't know what colors I'm going to use. I'm thinking I kind of want to go with like this purple, teal, possibly pink. I don't know why. Why is that calling to me today? I don't know. I've got teal and pink out. I do not have purple. Maybe I'll just do green because green's already out and I don't feel like walking way over there to get more paint. So the ratio on these bad boys is 1:1. So I'm just going to use 3 colors. That's all I'm going to do. 3 colors. Done. Bum, bum, bum. So I'm going to put in a little more than I think because I do tend to use, well, I found out that, I mean, these are fabric, so they're going to suck up the paint. So you're going to use a little bit more than what you think you're going to use. You know what? I got a new paint yesterday. I'm going to use this new paint. This is called Vintage Tea Rose. And I bet you money I'm going to have to take off a doohickey. Oh, no, I didn't have to. Sweet. Well, that's irresponsible packaging. Could have exploded all over. Oh, makes that little farty noise. Okay. And then I don't want green. What color do I want, guys? Speak to me, speak to me, speak to me, speak to me. Okay, green. You know what? Screw it. We're going to do green. I'm going to do a little bit of the pearl essence because I like the pearl color. Ooh, I'm just going to do that color, period, because I like it. Okay. And then it's like I said, 1:1 ratio. So you just kind of go, eyeball it, eyeball it. Looks good to me. One more for good measure. And then I'm going to take my little oar. And I'm going to stir it all up. This does make the paint thinner. And this is not a unmessy process because this is quite messy. I'm going to try to do maybe just 2 napkins. So we'll see. Oh no, my oar broke. Oh, that's okay. I'll still use you, little broken oar. Broken oar still stir. Okay, yeah. Let's see here. We're going to stir it up. I got to tell you, my dog just would not sleep last night. Oh my gosh. She freaking was like, let me sing you the song of my people. And apparently her people are in the middle of an ocean and are related to a squid and an octopus on a wet rock. Because that's what she sounds like, licking herself. It sounds like she's a squid and an octopus fighting on a wet rock in the middle of the ocean. That, oh God. It was just crazy. So, I know it's my fault. She probably needs a bath. So she'll get a bath. But still, it was very distracting to my sleep cycle. All right. These colors are fun, but maybe they are a little old. Maybe they are 80s. Maybe. And I don't care. So I'm going to start with a pink layer. Dun, dun, dun. The rose pink layer. Need a brayer. Here it is. I'm going to use the big brayer. I actually have one that's bigger than this, but it's just too wily. It's too big to handle. That's what she said. All right. Ugh, I must be shedding. Winter's coming because there's like hair that keeps falling on here. This obviously has hair on it. Okay, my goodness. I've got hair on my brayer. And there's like a mark that it's making. So we'll get it sorted. So yes, this is a lot of paint. Oh, my heavens to Betsy. Goal! And then I just throw it on the floor. Like someone's going to come in and clean up after me. I'll just throw it on the floor, this hair covered in paint. All right. I am going to try to get it as smooth as possible with no lines because the lines will show up on this fabric. I don't know why my brayer is being so awkward. It's also really loud, right? It's like, hi, good morning. Let me sing you the song of my people, my brayer people. Okay. I'm going to use this stencil. I got a bunch of 12 by 12 stencils just for this purpose. Just some layering stencils to have some fun with. So I'm going to try this guy. And then I got the seam side down, or the seam side up, the clean side down. So I'm going to fit this on here. Oh, shoot darn. Okay. Okay. Here we go. And it will come through. It's going to seep through. Yeah, I don't think, maybe if you get like if you get a better napkin, maybe a thicker napkin, you could paint both sides. But at this juncture with my El Cheapo napkins, yeah, it's not going to be able to paint both sides, but it's not seeping through this time. So I don't know if I am getting enough paint. So we're going to be hopeful. Oh, let's see. Okay, so I need paper because I'm going to have to pull up the ghost print. My dog just came in here. She's somewhere. You'll probably hear her shortly licking. All right. Dun, 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 dun. This is such a fun stencil. Okay, so that's super fun. I love it. I love this stencil. I don't even know where I got the stencil. I'm gonna have to look it up so I can put it in the description. I'm trying to give you guys all the stencils because who knows when someone's going to watch this. It could be a year from now or something, and they're gonna be like, "Where'd you get that stencil?" I don't know. So I'm trying to be thorough. I am so glad it's Friday. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's not that, I don't know. I don't want to talk about work. That's why I fast forwarded through yesterday's video because I'm just complaining about work. And that's not why we're here. We're here to complain about life, you know. And it looks like it's still going to leave a bit of a ghost print there. And I'm okay with that. See, this is I really like this stencil. So I'm going to have to probably get out my masks. Okay, you may not know this, but I just went and got some masks to put on here. So for our next color, I'm going to try this green and see what happens. It's a really pretty green. Might be too light, but we're going to give it a go. Yeah, I only made enough paint to do one napkin. Here we go. Dun, 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 squeaky Brayer. Let's see here. I'm going to make this part sped up because I can't think of anything to say. I can't think of anything witty to say. I am glad that all you guys see is my hands because if you saw what I look like in the morning, you would be in utter disbelief. So these are just masks that I like cut out. These are like Matisse shapes. And I printed them on a printer, and then you can buy stencil material and make your own stencils. And you know, I will buy a stencil. I love a good stencil, but with these masks, I can't ever find the ones that I really want. So I figured, well, I'll just make some myself. And I'll save a little money to boot. Look, another hair. Fudge sickles. Okay. Let's see. All these little fun little shapy shapes. Let's see here. I need something to go in the top. Let's try you. Okay, I think that looks all right. All right. Let's get it laid down. Lay it down. Lay it down. Okay, now I'm going to have to listen to Rat. Do you guys remember Rat? I think that was Rat. Lay it down. Lay it down. Yeah, this girl loves her some 80's hair bands. If you guys are too young for the 80's hair bands, I highly suggest you look them up because it was a wonderful time. The 80s were a wonderful, wonderful time. I remember going out with my girls. You know, we would be going to the clubs and stuff, and Aquanet hairspray was the thing, and you made your bangs were super high, super high. And when we got in the car to drive, we would all have to scooch down in the car because our hair was hitting the roof of the car. And we had to keep that hair on point, at least until we got to the club. Yeah, little insight to my life. And you're probably going to hear that story 72 more times. All right. So the green was a little light. I hope you can see it, but I like it. It's subtle. So yeah, that's really subtle, but it also picked up the old ghost print, which this is going to be a cool piece of paper. I freaking love a ghost print. All right, I'm going to do one more layer and then we're going to call it good. We're going to do this turquoise layer here. Okay. Or teal, whatever you call it. Dun, dun, dun. Whoa. Thick and happy paint. Do they make Brayer oil? Come on. That is just crazy. I am not using you on camera again, Bob. It's Bob the Brayer. Dun, dun, dun. I get Betty. Betty Brayer does a lot better. She doesn't freaking scream and make noise because I'm using her at 6 o'clock in the morning. Ooh, lots of paint, lots of paint. Rolly roll. Okay, let's see. I feel like maybe this stencil will be cool. So that is what I'm going to do, is do this one. Let's hope for some coolness. I haven't made nearly as big a mess this second time. The first time I did this, holy buckets. It was just full of messiness. I had it everywhere. All right. This could be cool. Let's see, it bled through just a little bit there, but the rest of it, I layered it on. It didn't bleed through. Okay. Whoa. Let me make sure that let me go through and just do all the nooks. Also, because this fabric paint is in there, it dries a lot slower. So keep that in mind, because when you put your napkin or whatever fabric you're working on to the side, it's still wet. You guys, this is a day. Look at that. I don't have anything on my hands. What the hell? I'm getting my nails done today. Okay. All right. So I like this. I wish the green was a bit greener. So learn that lesson. That's a little bit too light. I'll have to add a little bit of more darkness. A little bit of more darkness. I sounded Italian. But wow. This is cool. This is cool. All right. So let me pull this up. It's so fun. It's so fun. It just is. And while you're doing art, you just don't think about stresses and troubles. And if you do think about stresses and troubles, it's not for long. And then sometimes you can even work that shit out, you know? Oh, there's too much blue, but it's still kind of cool. It looks like Hawaii. It looks like Hawaii. I'm still going to actually mess around with this one a little bit more, not right now, because I have to go to work again. Work really does get in the way, doesn't it? But I'm going to move this away because I'm not going to have time to clean it right yet, because I want to take off the tape and show myself if taping the edges worked. Now, again, remember, this is still wet. If you're doing this, if you're playing along, oh, that is so much better. Ah, get off of me. God, freaking tape is all clingy. Stage 5 clinger. All right. Oops. Whoops. And all right, that looks way better. Oh my gosh, that looks so much better. Now I did get a little schmutzy here, but it's not on the edge. Where's the old one? The old one was just, I mean, see, it was bad. I don't like that. It looks messy. And of course, I would suggest maybe not using brown for your napkins. It does look a little fecal. So there you go. But boy, I said that in a really nice way, fecal. But this, way better. So taping the edges is a pain, but I'm going to do it. I'm also not going to use that color green anymore on my napkins. But I dig it. I love it. Hope you guys have an amazing weekend. So I made another one. I added some dark green and neon green to that iridescent green, and I like it. It may be slightly muddy now. Let me get the first one. Yeah, see, so here's the first one with the lighter green in there, which is a little bit more subtle. But the second one is much brighter, but I'm not sure if I dig. Maybe if I used a different stencil, or I'm not really sure what to do about this. Also, I didn't tape the side over here really well, so it's a little bit schmutzy. But I just wanted to show you that I made another one. I couldn't also stop because I didn't have any paint on my hands. Now I do. Now I feel like I can actually stop for well, not the day, just the morning, and go to work. So I'm saying goodbye again, but this time it's for the reels. Okay, for the reels. Bye-bye.